The betrayal of Jesus by Judas Iscariot is one of the most haunting and enigmatic acts in human history. For centuries, theologians, historians, and philosophers have grappled with the question, why did Judas do it? Was it greed, disillusionment, a twisted sense of destiny, or something far more complex? Let us journey into the depths of this mystery, peeling back layers of scripture, psychology, and ancient context to uncover what may have truly driven Judas to hand over the Son of God for 30 pieces of silver. Number 1. The obvious answer: greed. But was it really that simple? The Gospel of Matthew 26:14-16 explicitly states that Judas went to the chief priests and asked, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him over to you?" They offered him 30 silver coins, the price of a slave, Exodus 21:32. At first glance, this seems like a straightforward case of greed. But consider this: Judas had followed Jesus for 3 years, leaving everything behind. Would a man who sacrificed so much sell out his master for such a modest sum? If money was his sole motive, why did he later return the silver in remorse? Matthew 27:3-5. This suggests that greed alone does not fully explain his actions. Number 2. Disillusionment, a zealot's broken expectations. Some scholars propose that Judas was a zealot, or at least sympathetic to their cause, a Jewish revolutionary movement that sought to overthrow Roman rule. If so, he may have expected Jesus to be a political messiah, a warrior king who would liberate Israel. But when Jesus preached, "My kingdom is not of this world," John 18:36, refused to lead an armed rebellion, even washed Judas's feet, John 13:1-17. A shocking act of humility. Judas may have felt betrayed first. His hopes for revolution were shattered, and in bitter disappointment he handed Jesus over, perhaps to force his hand, to make him reveal his divine power. Number 3. Divine predestination versus free will. Was Judas doomed from the start? Scripture hints at an ominous inevitability. Jesus knew Judas would betray him. John 6:64. Psalm 41:9 prophesied, "Even my close friend, someone I trusted, shared my bread, has turned against me." At the Last Supper, Jesus said, "What you are about to do, do quickly." John 13:27. Did Judas have a choice, or was he merely playing a role in God's redemptive plan? This raises profound theological questions. If God ordained the betrayal, was Judas still morally responsible? Or did Judas, in his free will, choose evil, allowing God to weave even his sin into salvation's story? Number 4. Satan's influence, the dark possession. Luke 22:3 says, "Satan entered Judas." John 13:27 adds that after taking the bread, Satan took hold of him. Was Judas merely a pawn of supernatural evil, or did his own choices open the door for demonic influence? Some suggest that Judas's growing resentment made him vulnerable to possession. Bitterness, pride, or unresolved anger may have festered until the devil found an entry point. Number 5. A tragic misunderstanding. Did Judas think he was helping? One controversial theory suggests Judas never expected Jesus to die. Perhaps he believed the arrest would push Jesus to publicly declare himself king. The authorities would be powerless against him. Jesus would finally unleash God's judgment on Rome. But when Jesus allowed his crucifixion, Judas was crushed by guilt, leading to his suicide. Matthew 27:5. Number 6. The ultimate irony. Betrayal as necessary for salvation. Without Judas' betrayal, there is no arrest, no trial, no crucifixion, no resurrection. In a twisted way, Judas's sin became the unwitting instrument of humanity's redemption. Judas' story forces us to ask, have I ever felt disillusioned with God? Have I bargained with my faith for personal gain? Have I, in my own way, betrayed Christ through denial or silence. Judas' tragedy is not just his. It is a warning, a mystery, and a dark reflection of human frailty. Yet even in his betrayal, God's sovereign grace prevailed. What do you think was the true reason? Was Judas a villain, a pawn, or a tragically flawed man whose story remains the greatest cautionary tale of all time?